And now we shift our focus to Canada, where a second shooting has in fact rocked comedian Kapil Sharma's Café in Surrey. Over 25 shots were fired at the Café. Now this comes just weeks after a similar attack in July. Two rival gangs, the Goldie Dinlaw and the Lawrence Bishnoi groups, have claimed responsibility online. Meanwhile, a chilling voice in a video said, we called the target, he did not answer, now we've taken action. The first attack, for perspective, occurred on the 10th of July, saw at least 10 bullet holes but no injuries. Now that incident was linked to Khalistani terrorist Harjeet Singh Laddi, also wanted by India's National Investigation Agency. Reports say it followed a joke about Nihang 6 that angered some. Meanwhile, authorities in Maximum City, Mumbai and Canada are investing, with Café saying it stands strong against violence and remains a place of community and warmth. Meanwhile, my colleague Maha Siddiqui joins us for more on this straight from Vancouver. Maha, first of all, what's the latest you're picking up, and are the two incidents, the July 10th shooting and the shooting last night, are they connected in any way?
So Arjun, I am in Surrey at the moment, right outside Café, where the attack took place at the hours on Thursday. The Surrey police say in their statement that a call was made to them at 4:40 a.m. that shots had been fired at the Café, a matter of huge concern because this is the second such attack within a month at Café. And this time around, the damage to the property is much worse than what we'd seen the last time around. Let me quickly show you some of those damaged property visuals here, which will give you a sense of the seriousness of this attack. You can clearly see, Arjun, that the window panes here are shattered. You can even see the bullet marks there. And if I just take you across to the other parts of this property, you'll be able to see that there are at least 3 window panes that are completely shattered over here. In fact, this was the exact spot last time around where the attack had taken place from across the road behind me. As you can see, that is where the miscreants had come and had fired the shots. You can see that the Surrey police vehicles are standing here. Investigation continues. The Surrey police say that they are aware of certain claims that have been made on social media this time around by the Lawrence Bishnoi gang, claiming responsibility for this attack. But they are saying they are investigating all the angles, looking at talking to witnesses as well as looking at any footage around this area. But the big question is that only last month, less than a month ago, on the 10th of July, there was an attack. And why was this property left vulnerable again to this attack? This is something that the Surrey authorities really need to respond to. Moreover, the fact that Lawrence Bishnoi gang itself is one gang that is under the scanner of the Surrey administration. In fact, so much so that the Premier of British Columbia, David Clinton, said that he's writing to Prime Minister Carney, asking him to get this gang, that is Lawrence Bishnoi gang, listed as a terror outfit so that authorities can deal with the threat and the menace of extortion and the threats that are being rolled out to the South Asian community, specifically in this area. The business community can be tackled more effectively. So under these circumstances, questions do emerge. They are looking at all the angles, yes.
You raised a very important point there. Of course, the visuals you showed are very disturbing. We also saw a police patrol right behind you. And very important, the central question remains, when on July 10th there was a similar attack, and clearly there was no security, these goons or terrorists, whatever you call them, the investigation will find out. They come back. They fired 25 bullets, 15 bullets more than they fired on the 10th of July. And all we see is one police cruiser in the background there. Have there been any solid measures that have been announced for not just the security of the Café, which has been targeted twice in 1 month, but also other businesses in the Surrey area?
So, Arjun, the Premier of British Columbia, David Eby, in fact, 2 months ago had said that there have been concerns, major concerns expressed by the business community in some areas. Surrey is one such area where there is a heavy population of South Asian community who had expressed concern about the threats and the extortion calls that they received from many of these gangs. He says that the Lawrence Bishnoi gang that operates out of India is one such gang that needs to be taken care of. And one of the ways that he proposes that they would be better armed to deal with them would be to list them as a terror outfit. But the other outfit that had claimed responsibility for the previous attack on Café is already a banned outfit. And therefore, the question arises also, how are they able to so easily have guns on them, something that is not common here in Canada for people
of course,
to have
a lot of
arms.
Yes.